Steelers at the Browns. Steelers coming off of their bye. The Browns had a mini bye because they played last Thursday night. Browns are 3.5-point favorites at home against the Steelers. First time they have encountered each other since the playoff thumping that the Browns administered in Pittsburgh last year. That was the Browns game. The over-under is 42.5. Who do you like in this one? I have a feeling we may disagree on this one.
Okay, well, hey, I like the Browns. I do. I'm going Browns 21-17. I think my big thing is, again, I just don't have the faith in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense quite yet. And even though the Browns defense, isn't been awesome in every game, it is still talented as we talk about. They got difference makers on the defensive line. I don't know if Pittsburgh's going to be able to consistently run the ball on Cleveland or anything that way. And, of course, I think the Browns will be able to get a little pressure on Big Ben. In Cleveland, I just think this is a week where Big Ben will do one or two dumb things and hurt the football team. And then on the other side, that's the marquee matchup, the Browns offense versus the Steelers defense. We know those are two really good units. And, I'm going with the Browns there. I think the Browns have the best offensive line in football, the best run game design in football. Mike, here's one thing I've been wanting to say. The Browns, I wish they would, when they run the ball, two tight ends, and they got, fake reverses and speed sweeps and pulling guards and all that. I mean, they're almost unstoppable. I want to be like, hey, just be the modern-day Nebraska on offense. Just forget empty formations or anything like that. Always some sort of, even if you're going to throw it, have some sort of play action or boot fake to go along with it. I love that part of their offense. I'm going Browns 21-17 at home. I think they're going to pull it off.
And they're hopeful to have Nick Chubb back this weekend, but they were fine with Dearness Johnson, who showed great vision and burst and speed in that 146-yard performance, especially that final drive where they cemented the game. But, that game was closer against the Broncos than it should have been. And that's what gave me a little concern.
I agree.
Going into this one.
They should have dominated that game. I agree. Go ahead. Yeah,
and I don't know if Baker Mayfield's going to play or not. Even if he does, he's impaired. He's not 100%. The Steelers had a week to rest. And Ben Roethlisberger is never going to be healthier than he is right now. The rest of the season, I don't know how it's going to go. But this is one where think about how pissed off the Steelers are about what happened to them in the postseason. And I hate using the word revenge in this setting because the Browns just did their jobs. But the Steelers grossly failed to do their jobs against the Cleveland Browns. And what did it for me, beyond the fact that the Steelers had time to get healthy, and they do have a very good defense, and I think they'll be able to hold the Browns' offense in check just enough for the Steelers to find a way to steal some points. I did not mean that pun. That's way too easy. Not that I would reject an easy pun. But when Mike Tomlin got pissed off on Tuesday, that just gave me an idea of what his mindset is this week. And I think back to leading into week one when we should have saw what was coming in Buffalo and no one saw it coming. I just think Tomlin is going to have these guys ready to go out there and kick some ass. 27-24. Not that they're able to blow anyone out, but they need to kick ass just to squeeze out a win against a better team.
Yeah.
And I think they will.
Yeah.
I like the Steelers in this one.
Hey, one thing that jumped out about that last matchup with the Steelers, what we saw, just a quick thing, and your points are valid. I hear you there. Definitely some things that scare me for sure, is just the fact of Pittsburgh, the way they couldn't stop Seattle's run in the second half. Pittsburgh doesn't have enough depth in their front seven. That's ultimately what made me just go, you know what, I'm going to pick the Browns. I'm just a little scared of that. But your points are real, and Pittsburgh is going to be pissed off, and the Mike Tomlin thing's going to make him pissed off, which is even going to filter down to the rest of the team to add a little more pissed offness to their team. So I hear that point for sure.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.